Hey Guru Nation, how's it going? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. I've been getting asked a lot of these same kind of questions on LinkedIn. Hey, it seems like I can't get this position. What's the fastest way to get there? Or I don't qualify for this position, so what else can I do? We got to get this word can't out of our vocabulary, because for most things in research, there are no actual rules, right? There's best practices that most companies share, but there are no rules. Where in the CRFs, the Code of Federal Regulations, CFR, sorry, does it say a CRA needs 2 years of experience? Nowhere. Where does it say a coordinator must have a bachelor's degree? Nowhere. Where does it even say a PI needs to be an MD? It doesn't. What the industry has is a loose structure of best practices. There's exceptions all the time. I personally know PIs who are not MDs. I know coordinators who didn't even graduate high school. I know CRAs with no bachelor's degrees. I know CTMs, clinical trial managers, who got there extremely fast. I'm talking like a year. There's always exceptions. What matters is solving a problem. And believe it or not, that requires creativity, and that requires a skill set that is not the norm. So if you want normal results, you do normal things. So let me tell you one thing you can be doing. You need to be using LinkedIn. Whatever position you want, you need to go follow 100 people who have that position. Maybe more if you can. And then just go through your newsfeed or go on their profiles and see what kind of things they're posting, what kind of things they're commenting on, what are they saying. For the most part, LinkedIn's still professional. I know people are saying, well, it's turning into Facebook. Yes, but no. 90% of it's still professional content. So look at what they're putting and then figure out, okay, what are they talking about? What is the zeitgeist? I mean, on my stream, I follow everyone in clinical research, basically. It's like a hodgepodge of people complaining about technologies, about decentralized trials, about patient centricity, about diversity. These are all problems. People are pointing out problems, some in more creative ways than others, but they're pointing to problems. So it doesn't take much to identify the problems. What the industry needs are people who can bring solutions. And there's no rules for or qualifications for that. It's who you are and what you can bring and what problems you can solve. And generally, people want these higher positions because of more pay. Well, generally, across all industries in any form of capitalism, the more complex the problems you're solving, the higher you get paid, for the most part. This is why entrepreneurs tend to get paid the most when they're successful, because they're solving extremely complex problems. Starting a site and then managing it properly and remaining in business, you're solving a whole bunch of complex problems. You're solving potentially patient diversity, lack of patient retention, patient centricity. I mean, all the stuff that I see people complaining on LinkedIn is what site owners are solving, successful site owners. So if you're an employee or somebody that wants to get in, instead of looking at, instead of putting yourself in a box and looking at all these job postings and saying, oh, 2 years of experience, must have a bachelor's. What are you actually doing? Like you're not even thinking about how to solve problems. You're thinking about what's the bare minimum you need so you can get yours. And that's a lazy way to look at the industry. That's a lazy way to look at solving problems as well. So what you need to do is flip it. Look at the problems first, figure out how you're going to solve them. This is why I say if you want to get a role, by the way, you want to get into clinical research, take any role you can get. Anything. Even if it's throwing out the trash at a site. You want to be a CRA? Get any role at a CRO or even at a site. You want to be a clinical trial manager? Get any role you can at a CRO or a site or a sponsor or a vendor or anything. Because once you're in, you start learning the problems too. Not just at this point, not just from LinkedIn. Now you're learning about the problems from a personal involvement, personal engagement with these problems. And the more responsibilities you're given, the more potential problems you're exposed to. So, I don't know. I felt like doing a motivational video right now for Friday. And stop restricting yourself. Get can't out of your vocabulary. And just think of problems you can actually solve. And how you can solve them. And you don't have to worry about actually solving it. You have to worry about contributing to the solution. Because some of these problems are not getting solved overnight. Matter of fact, most of them are not. But your contribution to the solution is enough to get you going. It's enough to build your career on. So hopefully that helps Guru Nation get that motivation. Stop thinking about how quickly, if I can't be a PI because I'm a international medical graduate. This is a real question I got today. I'm an international medical graduate. I realize I can't be a PI in this country. What roles can I do after CRC or CRA? And the answer is anything you want. Anything. I know medical monitors who are not licensed doctors in the United States, but they're licensed in another country. I know clinical trial managers. I know project managers. The answer is anything. Anything that you can solve problems best or contribute to creating solutions best is what you can do. And that includes multiple things. So it's up to you. Stop being lazy about it. Go figure out the challenging aspects of getting yourself involved. Actually getting yourself involved. Not just reading a job description and say, okay, did I meet the bare minimum just to get in and be another cog on the wheel? Or do you want to actually make a contribution? Two kinds of people. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Bye-bye.